haven't seen it.
It's not a person.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hey, Miss Brenda. Hey, Tim. And I see Grandma Dorothy logging in. We'll give everyone a couple more minutes to log in. Velma, hi, Miss Marion.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? Oh, boy. Hi, Grandma Martha.
Hi.
She does not have these phones. She does not have no idea that these phones are purchased on her account. And that she's been paying on all these times. So she'll be somebody that's going to give her money back.
All right, let's see here. Give everyone maybe another minute.
Yeah.
It's me. I'm hard-headed like that, I guess, but I know what to do. I work with elders and I know about exploitation of elders and all that.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen a while. I'm not gonna let it happen.
Okay, so listen, I'll let you go again. Okay. Martha. Oh, yeah. I had my sound turned down, I think. Oh, she.
Hello. Hi, Charlie. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Grandma Dorothy.
Hello. Apa po yung daw? Oh.
Oh, up on home.
Oh, a poem daw. How do you say it now? We've heard it two ways when you say no adel. And then I've heard some people I've heard them say no it's adel. Have y'all heard it both ways?
Oh,
No adel, no it's
yeah.
adel.
Oh.
But if you said it one way and someone knows it the other, they're gonna say, Melody and I sometimes put an alternate word like that. No, I'm, what about you? Or no, no, it's adel. It's just like ego or ego or alogo or aloba. They're both permissible. What y'all think?
Oh. Oh. God, yeah.
If anybody have
Yeah.
correction, just say, no, it's said two ways.
Oh.
Even the dog, comma, in songs, you can't even hear the words anymore. And that needs to be clarified. Some of the guys that you need to get a recording and just go ahead and learn the words, like To the Flag Song and different important ones, especially the Yeahquo Jr got mixed up with Honor Song the other day. And I don't dare tell them tell them how that part. It's up to you guys.
Yeah. I heard that.
Yeah. That
Oh.
Kikondo is our giveaway song. And then they said honor song, and I never heard that one before. I don't claim to be an expert, but we know the songs. Some people don't think it's permissible for a woman to speak up and tell them. So you guys got to learn that.
So point.
Oh. Well, let's see. I guess we'll go ahead and get started. We have several teacher candidates on here. So I'll go ahead and let's see. Mr. Yeahquo, Tim, Baydotsai.
Paul. Aho. All right, Baydots. Aho doggy. Her name on me. Palma and all day. Aho bat ha. Doggy. Aim a Echo dot title day. Go akomba. Ain't I get ha. Bay title day. Doggy. Edo akond. Her name can't. Her name on me. Go. A dots a heat or doggy. So Father, I mean, we just say thank you for letting us gather together, and we just want to learn our language, and just as a people, Kiowa people, we just come together and just to celebrate who we are as a people. And Father, your language is Kiowa, and you speak Kiowa to us, and we speak it back to you, and we just ask your blessing upon us, and let us learn, and let us just be able to share what we have learned. And we just thank you for our mentors, and we thank you for Melody, and for the ones that just put this together. We just ask a blessing upon them. In the name of Christ, we pray. Aho.
Oh,
Aho. Awesome. Thank you, Tim. Okay, so wanted to first, let's see. So the teacher candidates that we have Tim, we have Catherine, and Charlie on right now, and myself. And there is we also have a guest with us joining us. So I wanted to go ahead and open it up to our guest to just kind of share a little bit and see if you have any questions for any of our elder mentors here.
Well, let me introduce my son, Timothy. You see the Timothy Yeahquo Jr. That's my son. He's an author. He wrote that book. What's it called, son? The Magpie and the Turtle. And so it's kind of been going on all over the place. And he's done a lot of Zoom. And so he's written another book, and he was wanting to get some help from our mentors, and because he was wanting to add some Kiowa words to it. But I'll let him introduce himself. But this is my son right here, and he can explain it better than I can.
Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
yes.
Yeah, my name is Tim Yeahquo Jr. And I recently, a few years ago, I wrote a native inspired folktale, and I wanted to keep writing, but I have a new manuscript I'm working on this next book. It's really inspired by our old same day stories and things like that. And kind of as I kind of go through the process, I've got to edit it down, in English, but I really wanted to add some pieces of Kiowa in there, our language, because the last book there was no Kiowa or no native language, but I feel like it's important to me that I kind of put some language in there. So I wanted to come. I was talking to my dad, and I want to come like in a respectful way and just kind of ask if you would consider, maybe assisting me with some words or phrases I'm trying to, as I'm editing the book, maybe and then I can put like a glossary or index in there to kind of show how what the words mean, in the English language for my next book, next children's book. That's kind of the project I'm working on. So.
Well, that's awesome. That's exciting.
Thank
So,
you.
Do you have specific questions like for translations for our mentors here today? Or is it something that you want to work on later, or because we're here until 5, so.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure, I have it with me. I kind of just came over to swim, and I just talking to my dad, and I really, I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I could do like, because I can send you the manuscript it's edited, and I want, because like, for example, like there's a wolf in there, like a great wolf. I was trying to figure out a word for that, or there's a menacing figure, and then the boy, I was going to give him a name. I was trying to figure out a good Kiowa name, Kiowa word to use. Just other specific words, like you're talking about his teeth and his tail, and a tree and things like that. Those little words I want to kind of piece in there throughout the story.
Hey, Melody,
Hyundai.
he has it on Google Docs. Can he just send that to you and then you can open it up and share it?
Yeah, I can share my screen if you want to.
That's fine. I mean, I think I shared it with you. I already sent it to you.
Okay, let me go to my email. Okay, cool. Let me get it open here. So basically we meet like this every Sunday, and if you want to be on the list, I can just continue adding you to the list.
Okay.
So yeah, like we'll be here every Sunday afternoon, except when there's like a big Kiowa gathering going on or like a holiday, then we'll cancel. But I usually send an email out to everyone letting them know if we're going to meet and all of that. So I can add you to the list, and that way, as you kind of go through, we could see about doing some of the work during these sessions. And I just wanted to open it up really quick and just ask our mentors that are here, what are your thoughts about that? Is that okay to use this time for that, to kind of help them out? Oh, and there's Dr. McKenzie. Hi, Andrew.
Good afternoon.
Okay, let me share my screen so we can look at this manuscript here. Let me make it bigger. Okay, can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
All right, so Mr. Yeahquo Jr., do you want to talk us through it?
Yeah, I mean, if you want me to, I can read it, and then, or if you want to, it's still like in the working process, but like, yeah, like it's just a story based on it's the boy who tricked a wolf. It's just kind of like working title. And I was trying to get some words for like wolf, but if you want me to, I can read it and we can go from there. Or if you rather just go through it piece by piece, I don't know. I don't want to take too much of your time. I want to be respectful of your time, and if this is even okay with you.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's too long. It looks like it's maybe a couple pages so far. So
yeah, it's like it's a children's book. It'll be a children's book.
Oh, cool.
Like
So let's ask our mentors if that's okay. What would you prefer? Do you mind if he reads it to us? Grandma Dorothy and Grandma Martha, Miss Marion, Miss Velma.
Anything.
Yeah.
I met you at Anadarko High School last year, I think.
I think I recall that. Yeah, we're there for
Yeah.
helping the students out. Yes.
It's
I had my,
yeah, you had your books with you. Yeah, I remember you.
okay. Yes.
Awesome. All right. Well, yeah, go ahead. I'll mute and you can take it away.
Okay. Yeah. I'll go ahead and read the story to you and then get your feedback. And I really appreciate it. I thank you so much again. Thank you for doing this on short notice. I appreciate it. But yeah. So and then if you see like R1 and L2, those are like the pages, like the different pages in the story as well. It says early in the morning, just as the sun began to peek its head over the earth, a young boy called, and I have it, quietly slipped out of his family's lodge to sit amongst what the Creator saw fit to make. Later in the afternoon, the boy, his back leaned up against the trunk of a large oak tree, gazed upon the four-legged creatures going about their business. Soon his eyes became drowsy, and as the warm breeze swept over his face, he found himself dreaming. When he awoke, darkness was all around him. He immediately thought of his mother's words. Remember, young white shirt. That was the first name, but I want to change it. When the great sun goes to bed and his brother the moon peeks his head over the mountains, it's important for you to be back in our camp. It's not safe for you to remain in the blackness of night by yourself, but rather for you to be near the light of our fires and by our lodges. A flood of fear poured over White Shirt's head, and he feared that he would not be able to find his way back to the camp in the darkness. Now in the darkness, you'll find many things that seek to devour and take for themselves. and the hungriest, the most destructive was the great wolf. Controlled by greed, the great wolf went by, the native name for pain or greed. I was just trying to figure something out. White Shirt was told many warnings concerning wolf and how the beast roamed the earth at night, looking for anything and anyone to devour and take for his own greedy pleasure. At that thought, White Shirt knew he must find the courage to get through the night. So he climbed up the tree and told himself he was not allowed to sleep, but to stay alert and keep an eye out for the wolf. After some time had passed out in the distance, after some had passed, the boy saw out in the distance a looming figure emerge in the moonlight. As the shadowy figure grew closer, it was apparent that this large menacing creature was walking on 4 legs and had large ears and a pointed nose. The boy's inside sank the moment he heard the howl coming from the ominous creature's direction. When the great wolf reached the tree, a deep, threatening growl came from the wolf, and the creature said to the boy, "I know you're up there, and you will have to come down at some point, and when you do, I'll be here waiting for you." Thinking quickly, White Shirt responded, "Of course, I plan to come down. I know there is no way I could be stronger or outsmart a creature as great as you, wolf." "Right you are," said the wolf with a devious grin. "There is no one across this wide earth more powerful or craftier than me." The boy responded, I want to challenge you to a race. If you beat me, you can take me, but if I win, you have to let me go back to my people." The great wolf let out a huge laugh at this silly request. "You want to challenge me? You are nothing compared to my greatness. You are a weak 2-legged animal, and I'm a powerful 4-legged. You have no chance of ever beating me," exclaimed the wolf. "Then it should be no problem for you," said White Shirt. "If you are so brave and mighty, then you wouldn't be afraid of challenging a weak, frail 2-legged as myself." "Let's race," said the great wolf, with irritation in his voice. "Well, we can't race here. There are too many thorns and sticker patches, and the flesh of my feet are not as tough as yours," said the boy. "However, I know a place far from here where it is flat, and you will have no problem showing off your great speed." "Yes, of course," the great wolf said in a prideful voice. "Take me, show me, lead the way." "Yes, I'll gladly show you," said the boy. "Although it is too far from here, and my 2 legs are weak compared to your mighty 4 legs. If you will let me ride on your back, we will get there much faster. After all, you are the great wolf." The wolf looked curiously at the boy, but agreed, and the boy climbed upon his broad shoulders, and off they went. For many miles, the boy led the wolf, riding on his back. "How much farther?" snarled the wolf. "It's just over the ridge," said the boy. And as the sun began to set, the boy suggested they stop and make camp. "Let's rest. Then it will be just a quick ride in the morning, and you can race me with your full strength." "Very well," said Wolf. "Wolf," said the boy, "you are one of the mightiest hunters around. It is easy for you to get food with your such sharp teeth. I am unprepared. I don't have sharp teeth. I humbly ask to take some of your teeth so that I can get some dinner for me. It only seems fair." So the wolf agreed and gave him his teeth. As the night grew colder, the boy approached the wolf one more time. "Wolf, you have fur to keep you warm at night. I have nothing but the skin on my back. If you give me your tail, then I would also be warm through the night. It only seems fair." So the wolf agreed and gave him his tail. The next morning, Wolf awoke feeling weak. His back ached, his mouth was sore where his teeth once had been, and his tail was gone. Refusing to look frail, he growled, saying, "Enough wasting time. Let us race so I can show you how terribly powerful I am, and then I will have you for my own." "You will have nothing," said the boy. "You are no longer a great wolf. You are just a plain wolf who can no longer bite because you have no teeth. You have no strength because I rode upon you like I was your master. You do not even have a tail. I will not race," said the boy, "for you are not great and strong like you once were, and I would have too much of an advantage. It would not be fair. So here I leave you, Wolf." And the boy walked up the hill and back down to his family's camp, where they waited with open arms, and he told the story of how a simple 2-legged boy overcame the great wolf. That was kind of the end.
Oh,
Oh, thank you.
I tell that to my grandbabies. It's good.
Kind of like same day, huh?
Yeah, I wrote the similarities.
That's what
And-
inspired me. The same day story when he tricked that white same day, I think it was, and I kind of use that kind of write this one to help me.
Well, I wish I would have thought of that. That is really cute. The two ways to tell them that influence, because our greats and our great grandchildren only speak English, and it's a good way to translate it into Kiowa. It'd be easy. That's
Yeah.
good.
Thank you. But yeah, I don't know if you want to do it now or later. I could meet with Melody or whoever, but I just want to get some of those words. If you saw some of those phrases and words I was using, if I could try to get the Kiowa language, how to say it in that way, I think that would be pretty keen and helpful for all the children who read it and things like that. They can kind of see part of the language like that. So.
Also is gray, and wolf is gooey.
Gooey.
Also gooey also. Martha, Marianne, you guys, Brenda, Velma, how would y'all say gray wolf?
That's the correct word also. Gooey. Gooey also.
Whoever's good at that, Parker, Mackenzie, can they put that in the chat? Hint, Andrew.
I was gonna
Um,
say, Andrew, do you mind?
Hey, that was
no,
kind of like
say
a
that
same
back.
day trick, huh?
yeah, what would you like me to put?
I think
Gray, the thing is, the mentors know how to the sound right away. Gooey also. It's the way I would say it.
Also.
With the help of my sister that's not here anymore. She had a little gray poodle one time, and his name was Osonkalo. It's old Kiowa for silver puppy.
Sorry, I got background noise here. The people just came in. So you're asking about, was it Cuyo?
Gui so gray wolf.
I see. Okay, I'll get that in there. Just a moment.
Ho.
Also. Gooey also. Also. Gooey.
Gui also.
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 Is it nasalized at the
Well,
end?
Kiowa. Yes, S-O nasal N.
Okay.
Also.
Aw.
A-U-S-O-N. Nasal.
So.
Also.
Oui, ensemble.
Ho.
I love
So,
the story.
Mr.
Phones real quick.
Yeahquo Jr., you could, I don't know if you can see the chat. Do you want me to copy that and put it down below the text of the story?
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
That Kiowa song, that's not gray wolf, that's great wolf.
That's gray.
Gray, the color gray.
Oh, I
Yeah.
think, and his is great, right?
Is he calling it great? Well,
Yeah, it's not gray, it's great.
So how would you say that? Hatsuanatongya. Great, like big, giant, great wolf. Hatsuanatongya.
Wouldn't that kind of go in the category of Zalbay? When he when he went through one sentence while ago, I almost said, yo. Let's see. I'm going to leave that to y'all. I was thinking about something kind of ahead. There's about over 50 Kiowa names that pertain to wolf, that has wolf in it.
it would be Gooey 8-day too.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Gooey 8-day E-T-D-E.
Mhm.
Guyadal.
Would Gooey soy fit the bill?
It's a gray. It's this color.
Yeah. It's an old word for gray.
Saw it. Ooh, gray is awesome.
So would to say big or large or wolf, would it be, or strong? I guess you could also say strong wolf, but, gui, did you say gui edel? Gui,
8 days. I say 8 days, kind of great.
gui 8 day.
I mean,
Yeah.
kind of big and strong and great.
Gui Zedelbay. That's a good one, Andrew.
That's-
Like Boyadel, that's
Uh-huh.
put together, that name.
yeah,
That to me, that means
yeah.
big and light complected. Boyadel. Where's Dolores?
Yeah, big.
She's not
Mhm,
on
big
here
wolf.
today.
She's
Oh, she probably get
she said Otto.
Oh yeah, Oto. Yeah, Oto's happening now. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and I just wanted to say hi to the Sotai house, Sotai family. They joined us. A question for, I guess, Grandma Martha or Andrew. When we're writing the like GUI Zedelbay or GUI 8 could we write it as like with no space like this? Or do we need to put that semicolon, that colon there, or just a space? How would we write it?
I would leave it just like he's got it there, because for new readers, if you put it all together, they would say, how do I say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Parker would write them as one word,
Mhm.
and they're pronounced like one word. But I just put the plus signs
Yeah.
and stuff for, yeah, so you can see the parts
I
basically.
could hear the sounds.
Okay. Does that, so let's give the, how would you translate each of these? So GUI Zedelbay, not so, oh, yeah.
That'll be in that sense is terrible, isn't it? Because Zelba is terrible or awesome. You could just do whatever your context is.
Or brave.
Mhm.
Hyundai China Zedelbay.
Yeah, it's hard to
Very
translate because it's good and bad, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
depends on your context.
Yeah.
Just bad wolf. Yeah.
It's a bad wolf.
It's a
Scary.
bad wolf. You can interpret that how you
Yeah.
Terrible.
want.
Our elders would have said, Hyundai Zedelbay an Koda Koito Zanma Tagate. Or Hyundai Zedelbay. Hegan Tomkima talks out. We use that a lot in our vocabulary a long time ago. And it's in our victory songs too. Hyundai Tena Zedelbay Gakyaita Toya. Damonto Otto Gata Toya Gama Zedelbay no Hyundai Kiko Go Gata Toya. Goito Gu Gakomo. We use that a lot in our songs, Zedelbay. Our football teams use it in Anadarko. We put it on our t-shirts. Riverside, I have songs where we're gonna scalp the enemy. They probably wouldn't permit them anymore.
Sing them in Kiowa.
That's right. Hyundai Zedelbay go, ain't hato, ain't no army. That person was Zedelbay, she just told me what she felt like. Or you tell a grandchild, hey, go and tell a thought, but Hyundai Zedelbay. Just playing with your grandchild. That word is used more than any, as much as I hope.
Oh,
That's
you know,
right.
Grandma,
That's right.
my grandma Ruth, she when I remember they were talking about a storm coming and she used Zedelbay. And so I asked her what she meant. That's when I was little. And she said Zedelbay means big and kind of scary. So that's how she described it when I was like 9 years old. Big and kind of scary for a storm, but then you can use it in all these different ways. So
It's one of the most used word in the multi-modern Kiowa.
How would you define gui 8 day, or how would gui 8 day hatsoanatonga gui 8 day?
8 day is denoting the size of it, because you know, those wolves are pretty big, but in his storyline, he's calling it a great, so I would probably put great in parens by the adjectives like that.
And then gui edel. The difference,
That's big. Yeah. That's
big.
big.
Referring to the size of,
Mhm.
And Boyadel is a pretty widely used, it's a known Kiowa name. And we use that.
That means big.
We have
Right.
boy edel and ghoul edel.
Yeah. It's a big red. We were for OU before people even were Goulet. It's like she said, Boyadel.
oh. So, Mr. Yeahquo Jr., you have some options to consider for naming.
Oh, that's great. Very good. And like I use the word, creator. Can I use like dog e? Is that the word? I mean, I'm not sure. For like creator, or
Daw is
God.
Daw is when they say Bedotsai. Daw is the first part of saying prayer, but when you break it down, it's ask God. Daw Kiatsai. That was my breakdown of that word of our Creator. Daw and Tsai. Tsai is to ask. Daw is something like the Jewish word for prayer. Not a scholar, but I'm sure was thrilled when I got that breakdown of the word of God. No means a historian or anything, but the Kiowa language is real easy to decipher if you take it word by word. When I tell you Bedotsai, I'm telling you to ask God. Atsai.
Oh,
I'm through talking for a while. I'm through interrupting.
you're okay.
I got a big mouth.
So would dog key be like holy man, or I mean, I know it means God. I'm just trying to break it down like Dorothy was saying. Like key is man, right? Like dog.
Yeah,
Male, yeah.
holy man.
But man, we know him as a creator though, right? Dog key.
Damoyam dog. The man who made everything. It's always a wonder to me how they knew there was a big flood. For the first lullaby after the great flood. That's the knowledge of what these mentors have. Sometimes y'all are so good.
Andrew, do you mind writing that out because you're a lot faster than me with the critics? And then I'll be on. I hope. The Moyam Daki. I just love that interpretation of God, the Moyam Daki. That's awesome. That's a real Kiowa way of thinking.
Did y'all say that again? That dome? I can't even say it. Dome? The Omo da? How do you say that again?
There's
The
dome,
da?
dome, oyam,
Oyam.
dome, oyam,
Oyam da.
dome, oyam.
Oyam.
And Honde Oime. That came in my interpretation of the rosary. Oime Ma. It's the Blessed Mother. Thelma Ruth, you here? Oh, Brenda. Brenda,
She was on here. I think she said she had to step away for a minute.
okay. I'm just seeing who else here. I know Dolores is probably gonna eat boiled meat and fry bread this evening. Jealous.
Yeah, a lot of these words are really long when you put them all together, but it's really just little pieces.
Right.
Yeah, if you just go
Yeah.
one piece at a time, you'll get it.
Oh, so Mr. Yeahquo, you could decide what you wanted to use, I guess, depending on your time frame. You know, if it's a really long time ago, then maybe you starting off with using this term as the first term and then later on referencing this one, but there's I don't know if it would help, but we could also supply you with the phonetic pronunciation of these if that helps.
If you think of like a small, like a younger audience, you think that would be helpful with regard to like them sounding it out and reading it? You know, like it's a children's book, so I don't know. I mean, either way, it's amazing. It's great to me. You know.
Oh,
Seems like Doc E would be the like the shorter version since it's for younger children.
mm-hmm.
The word for big tree is do 8. So that's another with a big in it. Do 8.
Oh, were there any other words, interpretations of?
Yeah, I was thinking like I say like I mentioned like going back to his lodge or his teepee or his encampment. You know, his home, like you know, kind of the camp or the lodge.
Excuse me, but there's the other word. It's for big wolf. It's gooey bola.
What was that, Miss Marion?
Gooey bola. I think that's where one of those words for pulak came from. Gooey bola. Bola.
Oh,
Big wolf.
oh. All right, so I added in the phonetic pronunciation in the in parentheses.
Okay, great.
All right. Well, like I said, we'll be here every Sunday. So if you think of if there's particular phrases, that you want, or you think of other ways, just yeah, let us know.
All right, yeah, I certainly have your email, and I'll email you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for helping me.
Send a message by your dad.
Awesome. That's so exciting. All right. Well, we have about an hour and 15 minutes. Did any of the other teacher candidates have any, or did anyone have any questions for our mentors? Let's see. So did we want to listen to continue listening to the Kiowa Culture Program recordings? All right. So there is, let's see, I'm looking for my notes so I can get the timestamp. So we were listening to the one that was on the Thaipe, and it is, let's see. I think we were almost halfway through. Yeah. Oh, no. It was on Cedaring Ceremony. That's right. Cedaring Ceremony. Oh, we have a question in the chat. What is the word for fox? So this is a good question. Back in, I think it was 2012 or 2013, our Kiowa Child Care Center had the kids started listening to this song that was really popular back then. It was called "What Does the Fox Say?" And so they wanted we asked some of our elders to help us translate that song into Kiowa. So we asked around to find the word for fox, and we finally found a word in the Harrington vocabulary of Kiowa. And we kind of went to different elders to ask how they would pronounce it. And so that's how we brought back the word for fox back in 2013. Let me see if I can find that little, let me find it really quick. I'm not sure if it's in the glossary. I could look in the glossary also. I'll look in the glossary first. But I have that little song, so if you have any kids who want to listen to a crazy song about what does the fox say?
Can you sing it? I want to hear it.
Yeah, I'll pull it up in a second. Hold on, let me look for the glossary really quick, because I'll answer the first question about what's the word. I don't know if anyone else has the glossary. There it is. Okay, it's loading. Okay, fox. Okay. So there's not one in the glossary, but let me find that little song chart thing, and I'll share my screen.
I only know the word coding, which is the switch fox. I don't know if that's the red fox.
Oh,
That's what Odebohong. His name is.
It's a camouflage hat. Oh,
Oh,
Terry, ask Terry Sotai if they're still here. Ask him to ask his mother.
did you ask your mother
To say fox.
to say fox?
I've heard it different ways. I wouldn't attest to any of it from me.
Let's see. I'm trying to find it or find that little song. Children.
let's see. Oh, dog, same time. Oh, dog. It's a reddish brown fox because the Cottons used it as part of their quirks. Same time. Oh, dog.
Saint Oda.
Mm.
Oh, that's the word that we found in the Harrington in the
That's right.
vocabulary. Saint Oda.
How did it come from?
Mm.
He got it from somebody.
The quirk. They use those. That's it.
Saint Ota.
Can you say that again,
Another
Miss?
word for same tall. Oh, dog.
Saint Oda.
Gray fox. Yeah, the other word for croc, for gray fox, for gray wolf is good. It's because it has a light color.
You heard it anywhere? That wasn't in my vocabulary.
Saint Oda.
Hmm.
Saint like a TD sound or a T by itself.
Sounds like a T,
What Dark Scholar did
close
that?
to a T and a D.
It sounded hard.
Hmm?
to me.
I'm not. That was
That
not.
was Parker McKenzie, what he told me.
And then it was in the Harrington vocabulary paper that, the Harrington Kiowa, what's it called? Harrington's Vocabulary of Kiowa. That was where me and Martha Addison found it. And then we asked Grandma Dorothy and Grandma Dee to help us pronounce it. Because, it wasn't used. So here's how we spelled it. Can you guys see my screen? This is just written in our little childcare orthography, so it's phonetic for the kids. So this is, what does the fox say? So it goes, say goon woof, ba o meow, goo do tweet, don de e squeak, same bo moo, za do kiku, gooey ow, conga quack, e blub, same day ga 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 ga, ha ga bong ya, na ga hung ya hi ga, han day say da o da dong ya, a nay 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 nay. And then it just repeats over. So yeah, that's a crazy song that you can find on YouTube. But we had our little the little kids at the child care center back then. They sang it at the language fair. So anyway, that was our little project back then. But yeah,
Nice.
that was what we found.
I like it a lot.
Sounds like the kids would have a lot of fun with that.
Oh yeah, they all had like little puppets, and yeah, it was a lot of fun with it.
The reason why sometime we need to talk with Hattie Jean. That's his mother, Terry's. She's one of the old Kiowa speakers. She comes from Cuipago, Lone Bear. I wish she could have joined us as a mentor. I'm getting the same way, Terry. I'm losing my hearing bad. Are they still here, Melody?
Yeah, they're just muted.
Yeah,
They're using the chat.
very fluent Kiowa speaker.
Well, hopefully that helps answer your question. That's a good question.
Brenda's son, I wish you guys could hear the Three Blind Mice in Kiowa. I intend to try to learn it. It's the cutest song. You guys should put that together and have those little rhymes in a little booklet.
Oh, that's cute.
Cute song there. It could be just like the little buffalo, the red buffalo. You could start with that and then put these in a little booklet behind it. Like your words, so it's like you. I seen Martha yesterday or day before. She came to the meal and the swing in. We got cedared. It was really a good feeling.
Oh, that's awesome.
What is the correct way to say it? All of you help. Is it cedaring ceremony? That's what I call it. In Kota. Some people call it smoking. And it looks kind of bad in the paper when it says we're going to have a smoking. and then there's Kiowa ways to say it too. But it was just a inner Kiowa cedaring. There were two people that done that. I thought that was very good. I feel like I got cedared. Tasteful. The food was good. Everything I thought was good. And I just didn't blow in on and invite myself. I was invited to both. Larry is my grandson.
Dorothy, can you pronounce that word for the fox? Say what?
Can't quite put it together. Marty, can you?
Probably.
I even asked Nelson Big Bull one time because there's a little family of red foxes that live at the Hall of Fame here in that little gully by the fairground. And they're cute. They had two little bitty ones. And there is a word for it, but I just can't. I can't think of it, Velma. And Nelson did. His daughter might know.
Marion, can you pronounce it again, please?
There's even a Kiowa name, and y'all are going to kind of chuckle, but my dad named Cletus Saitpaho. Evans Ray and Cletus were his bobbies, young friends. Older men used to take young guys for their friends. And he named Cletus Kui Sekoi. Coyote guts. I thought that was a cute name.
Melody, how did y'all pronounce that?
Monday.
I don't know
That
if you heard Miss Marion pronounce it.
Yeah.
Well, it was kind of cracking like the sound, so I didn't hear it clearly, but I'd like to hear her say it again.
Miss Marion, can you pronounce the word fox again? And then we'll see if Grandma Martha, if you could pronounce it after her.
Yeah.
Miss Marion, are you still with us?
She muted, she might be muted.
Yeah, it's same tone. Awesome.
Same Tom.
Marty,
It's like a horse
Same-
court
same tone.
with hair. Also, verb. Because that's what it was used for. Horse.
That last part.
Same.
Same
Awesome.
tone.
It's like the fur. Awesome.
I'm completely stumped. I don't know.
Same tone. Same tone. Same tone.
Melody,
Monday.
we do have that in our glossary, and it's pronounced, the phonetics are
Yeah.
same ta, same ta. And
I
it's
see.
a noun, and it's, the meaning is the reddish brown fox, which formerly was found in Kiowa
Yeah.
country.
That's it.
And they,
Oh.
cultural notes that they carefully processed that pelt and made riding quirks out of it for the Kiowa horsemen.
Oh, put it, could you write it on there?
On the
Put it
chat,
in the chat.
yeah, and let me see, I'll tell you where it is too.
Codelia. throw 'em over
To,
there.
for you to have that glossary, let's see, where is it? It's on page 752. 752 on our glossary that we use.
Let me see if I can find it and copy it
752, yeah,
and put it in the chat.
probably type it faster than I can.
752.
My glossary
Do you
says,
have a copy of that?
could you type it out?
Let's see. Of
My glossary.
Pula's glossary.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
the one that Dane put in there.
I must have an older one because I only have 500 pages.
Yeah,
Okay,
he-
let
he's
me,
really
I'll send,
updated it.
is it okay if I send out the glossary that Jane sent out with the credentialing? It's got 918 pages.
Yeah, so you'll find it there because it's 752.
Could you guys type it out both ways right now? That's my glossary.
Oh,
my
that's what
My-
we're looking for right now, Grandma. I'm trying to find it so I can.
I do not do nouns or verbs or nothing. My glossary is what's little in my head.
Okay, that's the entry. Oh, the table kind of got messed up. I don't know if you could see it. Saint ta ota.
Mhm.
That sounds like it sounds almost like it was borrowed from some other language.
Yeah.
Same doubt. It's a real long word.
Where is it?
In the chat.
Mhm.
Here, I'll put the
Yeah, she should copy it faster.
I'll put the beginning part again. Saint ta ota.
Maybe, Velva, if we write it down and then just fight with it. Let's see, maybe it'll come out. I've heard it pronounced, but I just never I didn't have a use for.
You didn't need
Well.
you need a quirt.
I make my own word.
We don't need a writing quirt.
Yeah, we got to make us one now. I don't even know what a writing quirt is. Is that like a whip?
When you
little
go
whip.
to the box,
Yeah.
how do you say it, Andrew? when you do the foxes in England, how do they say it formally when they say, I'm on holiday, don't you? How do you say when you go the fox?
Oh, when you go hunting for
How do-
fox, you mean, or?
Yeah, hunting, like in England.
Mhm.
How do you say that? Not in Kiowa. I mean, in
Yeah.
England. The
Is-
queen said,
Oh, there's a term for that? I don't know
Yeah.
it, yeah. If it's not just hunting.
with the way they
There's
say
probably
it.
some weird word, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know it, yeah.
Oh,
but,
you watch
yeah.
from
It's
France.
called fox. They go fox hunting.
Yeah,
Oh.
going fox hunting.
That's
But
the way
yeah, they
we
usually use the
It's
dogs
kinda
for that, right?
sounds persnickety to me. But
And when you go hunting, don't you aim, bah? Aim, bah.
yeah, aim,
You go hunting, aim, bah.
aim,
Go
go hunting. You go to the Oklahoma fields, I guess they were shooting arrows yesterday.
Mm.
Saint.
Oh, Saint Ota.
Nothing yet?
Right.
So she's got it up there, is it 912?
It's in the chat.
Uh-huh.
I'll never get it.
It's probably in your glossary somewhere, Grandma, in your hundreds of pages.
Yes, 750.
Page 752.
Well, I can't. My glossaries when I wake up in the middle of the night and think of an odd name or a word. I have to write it down to remember it.
I'll send the glossary out. That way everyone can have a copy of it, and Andrew, that way you can have an updated version.
Sounds good, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's really nice because it's searchable, so it's really helpful.
Oh, yeah, I think Dane tries to update it like at least once a year. He'll release a version.
How do you say it? I have two glossaries, cricket and melody.
We do the Googling for her.
And
Yeah.
Dane's the leader.
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
point.
What,
That's-
what, she, what
Uh,
is she?
She put when Terry's mom said she didn't know of a word for fox, I wondered about when Kiowas were up north, and wouldn't there have been some different foxes even up there, maybe different names for different foxes?
Could have.
That's what the Sotai family put that in the chat.
If there were, we would have had those words written down in the glossary. But red fox is a red fox. They have white foxes. In the
Oh,
north.
how do you pronounce that? White fox. Oh, Bagoodle is how I always heard it.
Yeah, my family said that
White fox.
white fox was a misnomer, like a misinterpretation.
Yeah.
Of because his name actually translates to white lone wolf, Arupagui. So like and they would uncles would translate it as a white lone wolf, like a wolf that's white standing by himself. And then somehow in English they got white fox out of that.
That's why you people need to decipher some of those names before our elders all are gone. You need to decipher them accurately, because when we were children, we heard them one way, and then there's completely different name for now. Somebody should take up that whole project and do that.
Might be something we could do even here sometimes.
We'd have to get, I know Grandma Dorothy has a bunch of name resources, and then Dr. Meadows gave us a listing that one time of his interpretation of the different Sundance Circle names. But yeah, that'd be fun. So the question is, how would the actual term for a white fox, and I'm guessing that means the Arctic fox, right? Like the from up north, Arctic fox, like, do we have a word for that? Anya Haiga.
Just put white in front of white.
Wouldn't it be like say the is it I?
And what were it? Oh, Kakomba. Is that the way we describe ourselves when we were in the north? Oh, Kakomba. Am I saying it right? You guys, the cold people, the cold, not
That's
just,
what it means.
they described them as the people from the north who cut their hair on the south side. Gulai song has that little red deer. It says those men from the north who cut their hair on the right side are going to eat you.
That might be a little further north though, if you're talking about the Arctic fox. Further north than Kiowa's over here.
Yeah.
My grandma Boson talked about stories further north where there were actually ice all around, and she had a dream, and she was running by a white fox. And there's an Ohoma song that's made that people dance to. But I'm not supposed to mess with songs either, so.
Wow, that's amazing.
She had a dream, and that's where that song came from. She's Pete Dongade. Her name was standing in a mound of eagle plumes.
Pete, don't get it?
Yeah,
It's a really pretty name.
Yeah, that reminds.
I get carried away
I
completely.
have eagles that come over.
50 degrees
You're
off.
talking about eagles, I have to fly over. Mhm.
That's why I like to call my puppy Little Horse instead of Segun. Saying
Oh, well, I was looking in the glossary, and you know, the word that you said for what we called ourselves when we were up north, you said Yeahquo. So here's this is the word for our word for caribou, but it says obsolete word for dog, and it just shows you like how old these words are, and perhaps, you know, I know that the saying is in a lot of these old words.
and I like that. The saying he it's a cute name for a little puppy. I don't know where we got Segun.
I can tell you.
Okay.
What was that, Miss Marion?
Oh, nothing, nothing. I don't know what I was gonna say.
It's hard to hear you, Miss Marion. If you're talking.
Oh, it's nothing.
It has that her deal is low. You're good on top of that. Come key, it's just real Zedel Bay. I can't hardly see even with glasses on.
Well, we have about 45 minutes. Do you want to continue the Cedaring Ceremony recording?
Yeahquo, Timothy. Yeahquo, warriors.
Is that
We had
popping
on-
cake guy or just guy?
Just Yeahquo. Yeahquo. That's how we say Comanches. Yeahquo. And you say warriors. And then the scalp lock on the back, we call that a kipe on. But that just means a warrior, a scalp lock. It doesn't have anything to do with Comanches, the scalp lock. But we do call the Comanches warriors. Yeahquo. And the kipe on is your scalp lock right here. And Marty, we came for that,
That thing in the front.
the one in the front.
It's Posena. Posena.
Yeah. The little,
The buffalo
Right.
hair braid.
Could you
Little
say
buffalo
that
braid.
again?
right here on the forehead.
Yeah, the little boys, they used to braid their hair in the center up on top. They wore those, I think, kind of keep things out of their face is what I think it was.
Yeah.
for. But they call it posena, which was meaning like the buffalo hair braid is what the
Yeah.
meaning was.
And only men, I can't stress enough,
Mhm.
only our captors, the older warriors, men in my day, wore yarn on their braids. Women did not absolutely know wear those.
They still do it.
Yep.
I've
Unbade high.
only seen the Indian women using yarn.
Except for me in Indian club, I wore yarn on my braids.
Well, you have the right.
Male. Well, you're male, you can wear it, but not those women. They shouldn't. Unbade high gloss, so they always put wraps on their hair.
Yeah. That's a no-no in our day. It's the respect toward the older men. Because everybody had braids in those days.
I've seen women from the northern tribes, they wrap their hair, some of them, with that skin, fur skin strips. But I think some other people copy that. And I've seen some kind of women that was never known before.
There were two people that I just talk too much, and I start something, and sometimes I don't even get an answer in my own mind. But there's two other things. Marian Hansen that family comes from a real well-known man. His name was Yeahquo. And I need somewhere to people to put what that meant. It does not mean rotten meat. It has a war
It
meaning.
means that, well, it has, he was on a trip with the warriors, and when they were surprised and going to be attacked, but first of all, what they were doing, they were butchering a piece of, well, an animal, like a deer or whatever. And all of a sudden they were surprised by the enemy going to attack them. And while they were butchering that animal, then Yeahquo, that was not his name at the time, he grabbed that piece of that animal's leg and cut it off, and it was not yet, well, it was just raw. And so he tied it onto the side of his saddle because he thought they would need that piece of meat later. And they were escaping, and the next day when they stopped, then they looked at that packed piece of meat he had packed in his saddle, and it was rotten. And it was like the thigh of one of those animals. So that's where he acquired the name Yeahquo, because it was from this piece of meat that has spoiled.
It has an explanation, but the writers in the old, like, I don't know who the man
They,
rotten meat.
that's what they say, but they don't explain. They just write that word without explanation. And they don't even know the story. They don't know the story. But that story's been told over and over in the family, and it's well known, even among the elders. But the writers, even McCoy, they kind of simplify things and
And
dramatize.
around the Michael Day times, Ridgestone had a woman warrior. And we all learned to respect that when we were growing up. That's Kiowa. Her name was not Moth. Some author named Crack for that name. It was not Moth. She was a woman warrior. We had nobody Ma, and there was another one.
Sorry, was that Gital or Kital?
Kiowa.
Kital.
And there was a Brenda. What was the Paddlety? The Indian y'all's name?
Paddlety.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what you're asking me.
Yeah. What Paddlety meant in Kiowa? I mean, how you said it in Kiowa?
Oh, I'm not sure exactly. I think Daddy told me at one point, but I know what it meant. He told me it meant knock knees.
Yeah. We're gonna have to look for that.
Yeah. Because I'm not sure now. I'll look it up though.
Okay. And so many names are missed. They're not saying what they really meant. Nobody I rode with the warriors. These other two were well-known women warriors. We did not call it Kiowa Moth. We're all connected in some way. And I've made a little, well, my daughter actually, with me telling her, made a little tree for my great-great-grandbaby. He's the 7th generation. But any of you are welcome to a copy to put your part. it gives you the start from Tohosan down. And you know how you're related when you come down, you could just make your own family tree off of that guide. It's very easy. He had many, many families. And then so did Mamante. It's the difference between Mamide and Mamante. Mamante was the Skywalker. He had many, many relations. And that's the only way I can contribute anything to the speech program is to leave those guides there so you can make your own tree for your own little families. I wish everybody else would do that, and we should start a project during the winter because this speech program, I understand, is going to go on. And somebody could take that project and just do names. Silverhorn.
What was that? What the meaning for a key title? Was that key title? What does
Key-
it?
No.
Is it key or key?
King.
Huh?
King.
Key title. Key title. What does it mean now?
King title.
I think that word.
What does it mean? The meaning English word. English. Is that the one
I
that
think
bought with that meat?
That's a bottle.
What's key title? Key title. Key title.
I think that it means,
it's
I
like foxhole. Foxhole.
think it means moth, but I think the family would prefer it to be dragonfly. Remember that?
A dragonfly?
The family calls it dragonfly, but there's another Kiowa word for dragonfly. And the quintal in the wording was meant to mean moth, M-O-T-H.
And they wanted to
There's
formally
another
check.
Kiowa name that's almost.
Could it also mean like a hole in the shield or something like that?
Sounds like it is.
No.
Key time. Like a,
No.
Anyway, to the family, it was, they wanted to change it to the we all knew her by Quinta. It was George Muppet's relatives and Paddletees, Palmers, all through Ridgestone. And Bernadine and
Mhm. They want to change it to, what's that word for dragonfly? Out of my head.
That was one of Dohassen's wives, right? Oh,
Oh,
because if we don't try to rectify some of that in the future, our grandchildren are going to be having a time trying to prove where they're from. And I don't want anybody to say my great-great-grandson has mixed blood. He's got Kiowa.
Me too. Hey,
Yeah, that's it.
I
Well,
feel the same way.
some of us are mixture. It's not a farm making. Some of us are full bloods, but we're no different. As long as you've got an ounce of Kiowa, to me, you're my relative. And I have a bunch of little guys. We'll just pray about it and maybe it'll happen this winter. Maybe somebody can take that project on.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
You guys are learning enough to do it. You've learned enough to do it. And how come we haven't had Max on lately? Is he busy? Or is he at Red Rock too?
Anya, hi, Go. I know on Wednesday he could, they had a storm come through his neighborhood in DC or Maryland, wherever he lives. I guess they lost power and stuff. I don't know where he's at today.
They go to Amos. I work my mouth too much. If I
There you
didn't have
go.
it, all I wouldn't have nothing to. I'd be sitting in my room watching TV.
Do you want me to pull up that Cedaring Ceremony recording, that tape?
Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
Well, yeah, while you do that, I'm gonna take my leave. I've got to go, but I'll see you guys soon. And I'll be in town later this week. I'll give you guys a call and things and try to
Awesome.
meet up.
Come by the language program office in Anadarko. Look it up.
All right.
Hey, got him. Oi, bong ta.
Oh.
Take care. Okay, let me find. Okay, here it is. All right, I think I have it all queued up. Let me share my sound. Okay. Cool. So this is picking up. We're about 19 minutes into the recording. You can see there's like, we're only about maybe a third of the way or a quarter of the way in. And we'll just see how far we get in the next 30 minutes. Cool.
And that's the dope.
I think he said Esther Topon.
Going to the key, get those on. Go, đợi đó, để tông cái đó. Cái cô nhà hai cái cô nhà kết cùng hai cái này cô. Cái cô nó hai bài mỏ kết cùng, anh cô đợi đó. Cô hai bài thế nào thì đó cái cô được số đó cái cô. Cái con bôi nhung kết cùng đã cái. Ít ai cái nào nào con để khổ đó cái con em đỏ sợ tôi tê hôn đêm đỏ sợ kia cái cũng coi trò cái món kia đó để tôi cái hôn để cái nhà hai cái này cũng sợ tông cái đó cổ đó thì con cổ đó cái nào yêu bảo nó nhà
Isabel too.
Okay. She didn't talk for very long. It was a little hard to hear. But I don't know if maybe Grandma Martha, were you able to make anything out?
Or just what little she said was about talking about the cedering, and she said that it's called a cold soul doll, and she said it will make you feel good, and if you're sick, and pray that it will make you feel better, and that's kind of what I got out of it. It was so short.
Oh. Let's see. Grandma Dorothy, were you able to hear anything? Did you catch any words?
same Miss Martha.
Oh. Yeah, Miss Marion.
I think they said it was something that was prepared, and people would wait, were prepared for that type of, and they made them feel good when someone was sick. There were prayers. And she just said that was called Cedaring. And very brief. I agree with Martha, what she said. Okay.
Melody, before I forget, because I'm gonna leave for a minute. Terry, if y'all are still there, I'm sorry. I meant Saint Baga, Lone Bear. I said good Baga when I was talking.
Oh,
Saint
thank you,
Baga.
Grandma.
I'll be right back.
Okay, we'll be here. Okay, let's see, Miss Velma, did you want to add anything about the recording? And what about Miss Brenda? Okay.
Sorry, I had it on mute and I had to get back. No, I didn't have anything to add. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine. Thank you. Okay, so let's play the next speaker.
Ego erdikida pajetusan ma o hi po enge totem. Jetusan ma ado idonde isomigo. Hone tap ko ike ipo. Patsu ko ike ipo do neko ego. Koi gua do ke komone e to pa ki ko. Po je ku he ko e mo e ke do sa to pu. Hone tap on no konde so mi ato neko. O pa ho e ko honde ke o ma ko eight say to go to go for him go that's a pa o ta te an o ma honde o ye te pe o ye te ja boil on make go o go tone do de go an do tone mo do kin do kinom de te kan o de no te kan do tone but they sal on de no elegant do come to I potato poi o di poi get to bengo ho do ma te lo o me go sanato no go aton mo de como to purify the blood and I don't get it to come they go hoi the aton they oi the go more doi tone mo ain't go doi do the go poi go to ain't go de shape do o mo di sail bit o de go ta te go here the hill book o de go te go te to bi so hey bi kum ha bel ye go ta so go poi gingi ke to o de go po mo aman ha ye san do o mo Gid od a mom so guni to den ko pats ko sulhan ke honde to ein go o hi boy dogo I mo kui me ein go e te opa ho honde koi kuen ka to ko pa honde ke o mo gum do sa to le go pa ho ein go saint to ya le e use a mo mon go e te honde opa ho go e mo kui me.
Okay. Let's see, Grandma Martha, I'll turn it over to you first.
I think that was Isabel too, actually. I'm not sure. Sound like her.
Oh.
Yeah. And she starts out by telling us her version of the cedar and talking about the plant itself. She said, "Ah, do." And she said it never dries out. And they go and they pick it, and they cedar themselves. Sometimes they boil that, the seeds, I think, and they drink it as medicines. Like if somebody's not feeling well in their family. She said, even though it tasted bad, it was strong, I guess. She said, later on, it kind of made it sound like it might purify the blood. And she said her son was feeling kind of sick, so she gave him some of that to drink. She keeps talking about that ada, the plant of it. And she said sometimes when it's going to rain and it looks really bad, like stormy, they would light the cedar and go around to the different rooms in their house, cedar the house. And at night, if a child is afraid, they used it for that also, that purpose. And she says that toward the end, that's a valuable plant. She said, we say prayers and we get blessings from it. And that's what I got.
Oh, awesome. Aho. Let's see, I know Grandma Dorothy had to step away. So Miss Marion, would you like to add anything? Make any comments?
No, it's basically the same information that Martha gave that I wrote down. I'll put in.
Oh. Miss Belma, would you like to add anything?
Not much, except that she was saying that it tasted, I guess, bitter. She said she didn't like the taste of it, but they were like forced to drink it.
No one likes medicine. That's funny. Miss Brenda?
There's very good descriptions, so very good.
Oh, awesome. All right. Let me just, okay. All right. Cool, we'll go to the next speaker now.
Lloyd Toyboy. Hondo so get Yamondo so get oh he boy go dog he don't go dog a collide ya collide gabe elom ja bote akamaga hapa honake kapaka ba take so the home Peter go back college the hondo there you go back come I get the don't give up come I get oh what don't it's on oh toy have it get on don't like you're welcome down I go in don't like and it don't get burnt offering it don't he can on the get like Mike yeah come down the on he get on dots the dog ika come so what dog the pagon time get on go outside get down.
Okay. Let's see. Grandma Martha, I'll turn it over to you first.
Okay, that was Louis Toyboy. I just got part of it. I didn't get all of it. It was kind of hard to hear sometimes. But he said, I don't know why, but it's like that. He said, that's the way they do things. that cedar and to light it. He said they went together, and then they had the smoking of it. And he said P-Daw, which is kind of that light, I guess, or the fire starter or something. I said, all of you Kiowas know about that. And he talked about the spiritual people. And he said they prayed and they kind of called it burnt offering. He said that in English. And he said this all happened a long time ago. And he said the Kiowa way of prayer. And that's what I got.
Oh, awesome. Let's see, Miss Marion. We'll see if you have any comments.
He was saying same thing. He didn't know why, but it's a tradition among the Kiowa. And he's saying that the cedar and the fire go together. And I came to use this. The Kiowas did, and everyone knows about this. And it must have been the creator long ago, way back, that taught this, because the people always spoke to the creator through prayers. And they knew about burnt offerings. And so I'm just saying, he implies that the cedar was the burnt offering to the creator, because God, the creator, showed us these things. And this is our Kiowa custom. So that's how I understand it.
Aho. Let's see. I see Grandma Dorothy, you're back. Were you able to catch any of the recording?
Yes, he said, what caught me was it, Goy dog tight og get off. Goy dog tight og get off. Kiowa way to pray is what it is. Goy dog tight og a custom. And the way they call it, the old way, get the cedar ready. Cold, coat. You say they're cedaring. That's a good way to describe it if you're telling someone that came in late or something. Coat. If you want to, that's our tradition and that's our customs. That's the way I understood it. And their expressive way of talking when they say, ooh, on key, get on me. Or like you say, ooh, the toy, like it made it any further. But that's the way we express things. Way over there. And I like that. But he just told the tradition. It's a tradition. I don't know. It's been with me all my life. Although I learned Ocoy prayers just as I did Indian prayers. I think it's a wonderful.
Oh, that's awesome. Aho. Let's see. Miss Velma, would you like to add anything?
Oh, I think they covered everything. Well, they did.
Oh, and Miss Brenda, would you like to?
Same here. Thank you, though.
Oh, all right. Cool. Let's go to the next speaker. Uh-oh. Wonder if that was the end of the tape.
It probably was.
Let's see. I'm going to skip ahead. We're at 26 minutes. Oh.
Yeahquo Jr.
Okay.
The Kiowa Culture Program on this day of November the 6th, 1978, here at the Revitalization Church. Those that are present here today, Lloyd Toyball, Yale Spotted Bird, Guy Tainpin. And we're certainly glad to have one of our elders with us again, as George Sudel is with us here this morning.
Howdy.
And we're certainly glad to have him back. Hazel Boton, Esther Topai, Margaret Dinkoy, Lucy Sumter, Mrs. George Sudel, and I myself, Jasper Sankadoti. This time, I'm going to ask my Aunt Hazel to give us the invocation this morning.
Leo de to pan maim do ke age ke kom da ke do ke eit ha de noal ge pel pai ko ki gul do ko hon go be pel pai ko sem noal ge ten so mai de how we no ke maut on ki ke do ke kom da haye ke a ho ko ha we ke do ke koi ke kom bo do ko ha be haya a ke ko haya cô thì on thì cái ông thì anh cái hôn thì mò của ta cái thâu cái anh eo thì khi hết tao nói cái thiên sự đó tông cái đó thì hai cái hôn ta cái kho mò nêu bảo cái thai cái đó cái coi tao dần mà đi on thì tông cái pel ai của em mò ấy đó sai có ta này ông thà mà to pan mày em đó cái hai kẻ cùng đây anh ông tôi để hầu bắt tôi cái khi đã đôi sai tôi khôn ghé đôi cuối cùng nó thấy đó George sự đó thì có kia san on để hay môi bị để ăn san cái nó ya thì đôi sai tôi có hôn ghé say mò nó muốn hát thì lên đôi sai tôi hát đêm nó al đó pel bài của này có do khole sa tha de do de ko na hau to on de ay to ge ha ge do de nei to ko mo ha ge to ge do to no do ko tha pel to kiel do kon le am ge pel do to sem ge tham bu non ge thai go hon có đi all thô đón có mô sô tì ghẹ bò bò có bị câu đồng đầu đi to am yên hai cái đó am to đi cái bò cái công đã xa cái công đã bị cái san cái hầu tông cái màu đi đâu thay đâu no am đó Jasper đó ai coi con cái làm đó này ya tiền cái ôi để điều để có xa đó tiền thì cái ôi để bắt ta đâu đem có hôn thay hù gồm đó hù gồm ăn con cái hôn gồm đó tê cái đó con thà thọ có để thâu sản mai gam am to để về được cái tao gian mà để về được vài kia thao sản mà cái đấy ta đâu để hầu tao cái màu để Jesus để có về amen.
Amen. What a prayer.
Oh, I think we'll call that our closing prayer today. That was awesome. I like how she kept saying, was it Father in heaven or God in heaven or God up there?
Thank you. And she prayed for everybody. Yep, she prayed.
Said, bless everybody.
That's awesome. Did anyone want to make any comments on the prayer? Like any phrases that stood out to you?
I felt like my grandma was praying for me.
Oh, that's awesome.
I
Can
think,
you tell me again who was
that-
this?
Was that Hazel?
I think it was Bowtone.
Or her sister was, what's her name? Aaron's mother. I think it was Hazel. Reverend Hazel. Bolton.
Mm.
When they get, what era did they change that church to Bowtone from Whitsaline? Does anybody recall?
I don't
that?
know.
It was around Cedardale, I remember. A long time ago.
Yeah. It's right there on the corner. That was a piece of land that our great grandma gave to that church.
My dad used to go to
But,
night church meetings at around Cedardale. Get to go in and sleep in the back.
That's awesome. Well, so apparently that tape that we listened to, I just tried to see if it continued on, and I guess they continue with the topic, or they start a new topic, and I guess Jasper Sankadota, he's the narrator, he said, and today's topic is Yale's Uncle Same Day. Oh, I guess they're gonna tell same day stories or something, and for that next like half of the recording.
Yale was my brother-in-law. That's why that. He's your brother-in-law, Sam.
So we'll have to listen to that, another time. I'll have to make a note that there's a same day story discussion on that number 111. So it's pretty awesome. Well, we are at time today, so I'll let everyone kind of head on and continue on with their evenings. So we'll be here next Sunday, and hope everyone stays cool. How Hatsawanatongya, stay cool, or I don't know how you would say that in Kiowa, but like, don't overheat.
How would you say that?
Like, jump in the water.
Stay cool, you would say. Stay topo. How would you say it? Too many new words. How do you say umbrella?
It's got a name too.
Well, is there one in the glossary? There might be.
I say,
So did you say towboat?
That could be an arbor or stay cool, or it got cool this evening. You topo, don't you? It's just cool.
Oh,
And then topo, so we're putting up our shade. You're making a how would you say that? The real Kiowa and the brush arbor. And then now people have canvas ones too, so they could both be topos. In the old days, everybody had a topo in their backyard.
Oh,
that's right.
That's country livers.
There's a word for umbrella. It's konga. Konga.
Hey, it sounds good.
Konga. It's umbrella or parasol.
Oh.
Conga mean dark, I guess, for the shade. Conga.
I put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Konga.
G-A-U-P, K-O-N-G-A-U-T.
Oh, got it. So could I say to someone, like, say I was talking to my auntie, could I say, yeah, oh, Potanga?
You gotta get topod on. Yeah, it's getting cool.
Getting cooler. Shadier and cooler.
In the shade? What if you're trying to tell someone, like, stay in the shade? How would you say that?
Say, don't get him caught.
Stay home.
What if you couldn't even drive anymore and you're frustrated? You want to. So if y'all hear me getting caught without a license, it's me.
Oh man, be careful, Grandma.
No, I'm not driving anywhere. Just
You get stir crazy, huh?
it's getting tempting.
Oh man, it is. It's too hot out there, man. These kids want to go out and play too, but it's too hot.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Yeah. Jeez. Well, I'll let everyone go. Thank you for joining, and it was a fun afternoon, and we'll see everyone next time. We'll see our mentors and teacher candidates on Wednesday. Otherwise, we'll see you next Sunday. So, hega ba oi bonta, hega ba oi tong tai ta.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, I hope.
Take care, stay safe, stay cool.
Oi, they are de monta. Double bonta.
Oh.